Hi, Carlos Donhams today at Life Purpose Academy. What we're going to be talking about is one of the most important questions anyone could ever ask themselves. And I think if you took a survey and asked people, what is the one question that you can ask life or ask God? I think that question would be, what is my purpose? And today, that's what we're going to begin with, the question that anyone would ask. And that is, and I think is the number one question, what is my purpose? And to get started, I want to talk today about specifically what exactly is purpose. Because I think for us to understand what is our purpose, we need to understand what is purpose. So, what is purpose? I think that purpose is many things, but I'm just going to give you three definitions that I think purpose is. I think there are more, but we're going to just start. First, purpose is the original and intent of a thing. Two, I believe that purpose is the reason why a thing exists. And the third thing I think purpose is the reason that a creator creates the thing it creates. So, first of all, it's the original intent of a thing. Secondly, it's the reason why thing exists. And third, it's the reason that creator creates the thing it creates. See, when we ask, what is the purpose? Why is it made? Why is it made in the first place? What is the thing that it was in the mind of the creator when the creator decided to make something? What was the creator thinking about? Because thoughts thoughts are things. See, thoughts are things. See, whatever you think about, that thing exists. It only exists in your thoughts, but it does exist. And in your thoughts have uh, an existence. So, purpose is the original intent of a thing, the reason why a thing exists, the reason that a creator creates the thing it creates. Thoughts are things. And in order for us to understand what we need to have, the kind of thing we need to have going on with us so that we can understand our purpose, we need to have three things that I want to address in this first lesson. Three things. So I want you to just keep it in mind when we're talking today about what is purpose. Purpose is three things. I want to say it again. Purpose is the original intent of a thing, the reason why a thing exists, and then third, it is the reason that the creator created the thing that it created. Now, there's three things that we need to address, and they are mind, set, skill, set and tool set. And I'm going to tell you what each one of these are here, and then we're going to just deal with today mindset. Mindset is the way I think which causes me to behave the way I do, because of the way I believe and perceive. Mindset is the way I think, which causes me to behave the way I do, because of the way I believe and perceive. The way I think, which causes me to behave the way I do, because of the way I believe and perceive. And what I believe equals the way I understand. In other words, my understanding. Perception, perceive, equals the way I see things. So believe determines the way I understand things. Perception is the way I see things. And another way to say this, my understanding is generally based off my hearing. The things that I hear. Things that I hear that I cannot see, I have to understand. But the things that I can see, then I can perceive them. So perception comes from the way I see things, not just the way I see things with my eyesight, but also the way I can see things in my mentality, in my mind, my mindset, my imagination. But when I want to understand things, I got to hear. And then based on the things that I hear, that is what shapes my understanding. Now, when you go to the movies, when they first started making movies, they call them silent movies, silent films, because they hadn't developed sound technology, so they didn't have a sound effect. So now when you go to the movies, the main thing that they'll talk about when it comes to movie is the sound effect. Because if I was to do a film that had a lot of action in it, but I didn't have any sound to it, it wouldn't have the same impact on you that it will have once I added the sound to it. Because take for instance, if there's an explosion, you can use your imagination with the explosion, but you'll greater understand what's happening in the scene by the sound. As a matter of fact, let's put it this way. Let's say it was an audio rather than a video or visual. If you could hear the sound, then you could understand what's going on based on the sound. So understanding comes from sound, where we hear, and perception comes from where we see. So sound and visual. Sound and visual. Sound and visual affects our mindset. The mindset that we have It's going to be based upon the sound and the visual. Now, so the mindset is the way I think. For us to get it to understanding what my purpose is, I got to start developing my mindset so that I can open myself up, so that I can gain understanding and perception as to what is the reason that my original intent. Why am I here? What is the purpose for my existence? What's the purpose for my existence? So let's go back to those original definitions of purpose. The original intent. Oh, intent of the thing or something. We'll just say something this time. See, the something is me. What's the original intent? Why am I here? That's the question that I won't answer. What is the reason that I'm here? Why am I? What is the original intent of me? Secondly, why I exist. The reason. For my existence. The reason for my existence. What is? These are the questions that we're going to be answering as we go along in these lessons. And then third, why was I created? There must have been a reason. There had to be a reason why I was created. Everything that exists has to have a reason. Purpose is the reason for it all. It's the reason for it all. That's what it's all about. It's the reason for it all. Why do I exist? The original intent of me. Why I exist, the reason for my existence. Why was I created? Those are the questions. And we're going to be helping you learn this and discover these things as we go along. But I want to lay the foundation first so that when we get into it, you can put connect the dots and understand. And the next lesson we're going to deal with, we're going to be talking about skill set, and then we're going to get into tool set, but I want to define them for you today so that as we get into it, talk about it more, as we deal with each one, we'll get a better understanding. But skill set is the application of using skills based on mindset. It's the application of using skills based on mindset. And next, we're going to define tool set. Tool set are the things we use through our skill set skill set, and mindset. So next week, we're going to pick it up on what is purpose, and then we're going to focus on this skill set. And then the next lesson, we'll get into more into the tool set, and we're going to be able to help you to discover what is my purpose, what is purpose, and so that we can know our purpose, and employ our purpose. Employ. I'm going to say employ, like a job. So until next time, you be blessed, and we'll see you on our next lesson as we discover what is my purpose.